Bruce, you want to come up and say a few words for Mama? And then Ken, if you'll come up and talk about the video. And then we wanted everybody to get together for a photo in front of this sign, and we can use that for other purposes. So welcome, Bruce Kumichael.
I'm speaking on behalf of an organization out of Madison, Wisconsin called MAMA. Madison Action for Mining Alternative stands in solidarity and support of this rally to show the oil and gas industry that they cannot get away with holding a national insider conference in our state. We say no to big oil and gas and the enabling industries such as frac sand mining, which has exploded in our state since 2011. There is a sand rush happening that hauls off our beautiful rolling hills, leaving us with air pollution and barren flat lands in its wake. In Madison, we have the unique opportunity to put pressure on our legislators to do the right thing and force this awful industry to follow strict guidelines and regulatory policies to protect public health and preserve our bluffs, farmlands, and our water. MAMA is committed to helping this alliance and other organizations that have formed a broad coalition to draw the line in our sand. We say no to the proposed pipeline expansions, no to hydraulic fracturing, and no to increased frac sand mining in our state. No new mines or pipelines, and no to volatile oil railroad transport. This was submitted to us by Thistle, that's her real name, Thistle Pedersen of MAMA. Thank you.
One last thing, so pick up any materials that you feel would be helpful. I'd encourage you to pick up also the articles. We've got a couple articles that were in there in the last couple of days from both the Post Bulletin and that Chris Hubbock wrote for the La Crosse Tribune, a really extensive piece on the conference. It's we appreciate reporters that really dig in and get information, provide that to the public and to us. So thank you, but that's good material worth having. So Ken, you want to tell us about this video?
Sure. I do just want to comment on the sand conference going on here today. You know, there's this whole concept in climate change now about stranded assets. This sand conference is pretty interesting if you look into it and the group sponsoring it. I really think they're whistling in the dark. They really believe, or maybe they deceptively say that they've got an industry that's going to recuperate and come out of this terrible recession that they're in. I don't think it's going to happen. And even if it does, it's just for a short period of time. They're really trying to deceive the public that they have a long-term viable industry here, and I don't believe they're going to do that. And we're going to fight them every step of the way. That's why we held this press conference and this rally tomorrow to correspond with this sand conference. We're going to show those people that they better realize they're holding stranded assets just like the oil and gas industry is. And that's where the future is going to lie. And part of what we're doing here today is we've got several people here doing videos. The rally is really important tomorrow. Within an hour or two, these videos are going to be up on YouTube, and they're going to be going out to member groups here. So if you belong to a group and you get a YouTube video on email, please send it out to your groups and tell them to try to get to this rally tomorrow. It's going to be really challenging because it's supposed to have thunderstorms all afternoon. But we're going to try to make it happen anyhow and just really be this is a big kickoff to really confronting the sand industry here in the Midwest. We're not going to go along with regulation anymore. This is a real dividing line on that whole thing. So again, be sure if you get a video or an email with a YouTube on it of this press conference today, send it out to a zillion people because we want people to come to that rally tomorrow, rain or shine. That's going to be a really big thing. We've got, at 5 o'clock, we've got a half a dozen or so really good speakers, and from 3 to 5, we've we're going to have some other entertainment that's going to be quite interesting. So please try to make that, do your part to support the rally tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. This has been great.
Excuse me. There's something I forgot to say at the end.
Sure.
I have a DVD series called Years of Living Dangerously. We showed it at First Congregational as part of adult education. Maybe you're all familiar with it, but if you're not, it's a 9-part series. Each hour stands alone. It's about climate change and the causes, the results all around the world. It's really interesting to watch. It has some upsides, but also really energizes you. If you don't want to purchase it or can't find it, I have it, and I'm more than happy to loan it up to anyone who has a venue to show it.
What is your name?
Carlene Roberts.
Okay, thank you. This was great.
Did you have a question?
Oh, I was going to make a comment.
Go ahead.
I was going to make the comment that, thank you, Ken, for your words about the probable deception of the longevity of, the industry here in our communities. I just want to say that I think it's extremely important for us to stop thinking of ourselves only in economic terms, and that even if this was a long-term viable industry here, the fact of the matter is that we don't want that industry here for any term, under any circumstances. So even if they can prove to us that it was going to go on for 100 years and make $1 million, I really don't think that's the point.
Well, they can prove it to us. Isaac Orr from the Heartland Institute is speaking Wednesday morning, and he'll show us how good it is for us. So, hang on one sec, Jeremy. Okay, so in 2 minutes we're going to have a picture up here. Jeremy, question.
Just one statement to all the groups represented. The Root Note had said last night their owners approved that their restaurant is acting as sort of a second location if people need to go to the restroom or hang out or feel unwell or need a coffee or something to eat. The Root Note is welcoming all of these people for this rally with open arms. They've also gone to the trouble of offering they're going to be bringing refreshments. So through thunder showers or sunshine or whatever the weather, at the end of the rally, they want everybody to come to, they've hired a jazz band so we can warm up or dry off listening to jazz, and that will all be for the activists and the people in the rally. They're welcome.
Where's the location, Jeremy?
The location is, I don't know the address, but it's across the street from the Bodega Bar.
It's about 115 4th Street.
About 4th Street, 115, right there. It's right where the Bodega and some of the restaurants and bars are right downtown.
Yeah, just north of Fazie's.
Just north of Fazie's, that's correct. Lots of seating and bathrooms and...
115 4th Street South.
Yeah, and the jazz band is supposed to be really good, so that might help draw people to the rally too if you want to share with your following.
This is the first time many of us have met one another, and it's really a wonderful opportunity to connect and to be inspired by one another. I just want to thank everybody for making the trip here, if you traveled, and for just sharing your really powerful words. So thank you so much. So let's gather up here for a photo. We'll move the podium out of the way, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Are you at
Organized quickly, teacher. These things are getting dragged out.
Everybody up here.
Thank you.
Everybody up
We had the same instinct.
They were going to have longer.
They
got deadlines.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
Made a picture.
No,
I It's a good time.
What do we got for background here? Yeah, push over this way, more this way, little people.
By the banner, okay, everyone in here. All right,
Joe.
Guys,
What are you doing, Joe? Come on, Dennis.
We're getting close, okay.
Come on, folks.
Two more.
Don't be shy, come on.
There you go.
That's been all the part right there. All right.
Hey, Chance, anybody could,
Okay, let's keep squishing. My knees are getting. I think we
we have to
Christiane.
say.
Send this out with the YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can we move in just?
Come on, let's move
Do you
in.
wanna come?
Okay.
I wish, any chance we could make a fourth row somehow, or not?
I'll come.
I could lie down.
Yeah.
Lay on the floor.
That's pretty good, that's pretty good. Okay, heads up.
All right, everybody march in.
We all love the Heartland Institute, right? Joe, move in a little bit, or I'm cutting you right in two.
Joe. Oh, no.
Okay, here we go.
It's got a little cheese.
Once more.
Cheese.
Okay, here we go. Perfect, good,
All right.
good.
And then is someone gonna take one of you?
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. All right, okay.
No, that's enough. Forget it.
All right.
So, let's go. Let's go.
All right, okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you very much for your statement on such short notice. It was great.
Well, I wrote it while I was sitting here waiting for my turn. I confused the times for yesterday and today.
Oh, really?
5 o'clock.
Did they have Madison?
You'll be there tomorrow.
We haven't met Yeah, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it.
Yes, that was very
Thanks, Ken.
Tomorrow.